Hi students. In the previous video I have given you some discussion about the adjustments what we are going to use in final account. Please come to page number 19. In that sixth adjustment, bad debts or bad debts, then we have RDD, that is reserve for doubtful debts. Now bad debts are a kind of debt which is not recoverable from our debtors, so it is termed to be a bad debt. It is a loss for the business. Now there are two types of bad debt. One is old bad debt, which will be given to you in the trial balance, which will have only one effect. It will have a place in profit and loss account debit side. And new bad debt, which is given in the adjustment, it will have two effects. The first effect is deduct from the sundry debtors in balance sheet asset side. मीन्स आप सन्ड्री डेटर से माइनस करोगे. सबसे पहला इफेक्ट आप उसे सन्ड्री डेटर से माइनस करोगे. सेकेंड इफेक्ट यू विल राइट in profit and loss account debit side, where we write the equation of bad debts. Equation of bad debt, I think you are aware. Let me repeat once again. In profit and loss account debit side, we write two bad debts plus new bad debts plus new RDD. You leave one line and write minus old RDD. So old bad debts and old RDD, it will be given to you in the trial balance. New bad debt and new RDD will be given in the balance sheet, in the adjustment. Same effect you will give for RDD also, reserve for doubtful debt. Usually RDD is given in some percentage. It is always given in some percentage, so you less that percentage, whatever, like for example, create RDD 5% on debtors. So take 5% on net debtors. Net debtor means if suppose bad debt is given to you or unrecorded sales is given to you, so first you subtract that amount. After subtracting whatever you are getting, on that amount you create RDD, you calculate RDD. So RDD you have to calculate if any percentage is given. If amount is given, then it is very easy, you just write the amount, but usually RDD is given in percentage only. So first step is calculate the percentage and then deduct from the sundry debtors in the balance sheet. And second effect you will write in profit and loss account debit side in bad debt equation in front of new RDD in the inner column. The next adjustment is reserve for discount on debtors. Reserve for discount on debtors, again, reserve for discount on debtors means you are giving discount to the debtors. So when you are giving discount to the debtors, again it means this amount you are not going to get from the debtors. So first effect is deduct from the debtors in the balance sheet. Deduct from the debtors in the balance sheet asset side. Even it is also given the percentage. So what you do is less from the debtors. Whatever percentage is given, you calculate first the given percentage and that amount you deduct from the debtors in the balance sheet asset side. And second effect you have to write in profit and loss account debit side. Profit and loss account debit side, you have to add to discount allowed if discount is given to you in the trial balance. Usually discount will be given when there is reserve for discount in the adjustment given. So this reserve for discount should be ये रिजर्व फॉर डिस्काउंट. पहला इफेक्ट आप डेटर से माइनस करोगे और सेकेंड इफेक्ट आप उसे डिस्काउंट अलाउड, डिस्काउंट जो आप प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट में लिखते हो उसमें से माइनस कीजिए. अगर समझो डिस्काउंट अलाउड इज नॉट गिवन, if suppose discount allowed is not given, then what you will do, you will write reserve for discount directly in profit and loss account debit side in the outer column. Clear? Then we have next depreciation. Depreciation, I think we are aware of this. Depreciation is kind of a loss. So first effect, what you will do, whatever percentage is given on a particular asset. For example, in adjustment it will be given as 10% reserve for 10% charge 10% depreciation on land and building. So you know where is land and building. Land and building will be in the balance sheet asset side. You calculate the percentage whatever is given, subtract from land and building. Whatever percentage is given, 10 percentage, 5 percentage, whatever is given, that you percent, that amount you subtract from land and building. And second effect, you write in profit and loss account debit side. It is an loss for the business. It is a loss for the business, so you will have to subtract, you will have to subtract from the asset, in from the particular asset. And second effect, you will have to write in profit and loss account debit side to depreciation. The next adjustment is interest on capital. Interest on capital means whatever amount a partner has invested, it is called as capital. On that capital, the business have to give interest. On that capital, business have to give interest. So when business have to pay, it is an expense. So first effect you will show in profit and loss account debit side. It is also a percentage given to you, 5 percentage, 10 percentage. So you have to calculate this percentage amount from the opening capital or the capital balance whatever is given in the trial balance. It is an expense, so you will have to show in profit and loss account debit side to interest on capital. Second effect, it is an income for the partners. Second effect, it is an income for the partners. It is an income to the partners, so you will write in partners capital account credit side if you are making capital account. If you are making capital account, so you will subtract, so you will write in partners capital account credit side. But suppose you are not making partners capital account, okay, and there are two partners A and B. So what you will do, you will write in balance sheet liability side capital A of, then leave some line, then you write capital B, then leave some line, and then you write other items of trial balance in the liabilities. So if you are not prepared a capital account, so what you will do, this interest on capital, first effect you will write in profit and loss account debit side. The first effect you will write in profit and loss account debit side, and the second effect you will write in the liabilities. You will have to add to the capital. Add to the capital. This is the alternative method if you are not preparing a capital account. Then we have interest on drawings. Interest on drawing, it's a opposite of interest in capital. Means the effect what you give for interest on capital, opposite effect you have to give for interest on drawings. Interest on drawing is an income for the business. Some partner has taken the money from the business for their personal use, so business is not going to give them free of cost. On that amount, the business will charge interest. And in the calculation chart I have given you, interest on drawing is always charged for 6 months. Always charged. It is always calculated for 6 months only. Now what is the effect? As I told you, interest on drawing is an income for the partners. Interest on drawing is an income for the partners, so it will be recorded on profit and loss account credit side. It is an income. It is an income, so it will be recorded in profit and loss account credit side. Second effect, partners capital account debit side to interest on drawings. Partners capital account debit side, partners capital account debit side to interest on drawings. To interest on drawings. Now, if you have not prepared a capital account, so what is the alternative method? If you have not prepared a capital account, so in the liability side you wrote capital of A, capital of B. In that you will add interest on drawing. So interest on drawing, you can see the first effect is show to the debit side of partners capital or current account, or less from capital or current account, or is for those children who has not preparing capital account. And second effect will be show to the credit side of profit and loss account. Interest on loan taken. The next adjustment, interest on loan taken. Interest on loan taken. Now suppose we have taken a loan from the bank. If we have taken a loan from the bank, so it is our expense because we have to pay interest. It is our liability also because we have to pay the loan amount. So if you have taken any loan, on that loan you have to pay interest. So what is the effect of it? You will show in profit and loss account debit side. The first effect will be profit and loss account debit side. Second effect will be in balance sheet liability side. In balance sheet liability side you will add to loan taken. The second effect will be add to loan taken. The next adjustment, interest on investment and loan given. Now both have same effect, interest on investment. Suppose we are making some investment, like we are investing in shares of another company, or you are investing in gold, or you are doing some investment in government bonds, securities. So when you are doing any investment, it is our assets. So when you are doing any investment, it will give us return, it will give us income. That income is called as interest on investment. So when you are getting interest, so it is our income. When you are getting interest, it is our income. So the first effect you will show to credit side of profit and loss account. The first effect will be profit and loss account credit side. You write by interest on loan given. You will write by interest on investment. Because if you are giving loan also, if you are giving loan to any partner or any third party, you will be getting interest in return. So that is our income. So that income you will write in profit and loss account credit side. Second effect will be in balance sheet asset side. You will write separately or you will add it to the investment. So first when you're doing the posting, at that time investment amount should be written in the inner column. In that you will add the interest on investment, balance sheet asset side. Adjustment number 12. 12th adjustment is insured goods destroyed by fire or accident. Now suppose we have a godown, and in that godown we have kept some goods, but due to fire or due to accident it got lost, it got destroyed, and we have taken insurance also. So when you have taken an insurance, for this I will take an example. Suppose the goods which was kept in the godown, it was costing 10,000 rupees. Means the value of the goods in the godown was 10,000 rupees. and fire took place or accident took place. After that, what happened? The insurance company came for inspection. When they came for inspection, they did all the procedure, all the formalities, and they said that they will pay you 8,000. That means the insurance company will give you only 8,000 out of the 10,000. It means 10,000 is the value of the goods which is lost, or destroyed by fire. For that, insurance company will give you 8,000 only. It means our loss is clearly 2,000 rupees, because the value of the goods lost by fire was 10,000, and out of that 8,000 insurance company is going to pay us. It means 2,000 is our loss. So here three amounts are coming. So as there is three amounts, so we'll have three effect over here. This is the only adjustment which is having three effect. The first effect you will show in trading account credit side. Trading account credit side, you will write the total value of the goods which is lost, that is by goods lost by fire or accident, 10,000 rupees. By goods lost by fire or goods, 10,000 rupees. Second effect, 2,000 is a loss, because out of 10,000 insurance company is going to pay us 8,000 rupees. It means 2,000 rupees is a clear loss. So this 2,000 rupees you will show in profit and loss account debit side. You will show in profit and loss account debit side 2 loss by fire. 2 loss by fire, 2,000 rupees. And third effect you will show in balance sheet asset side. Balance sheet asset side you will write the claim amount whatever you are going to receive. So as per our example, we will be getting 8,000 rupees. So we will show in balance sheet 8,000 rupees. Second category is uninsured goods. अनइंश्योर्ड गुड्स मतलब वो गुड्स का इंश्योरेंस नहीं किया है. अगर इंश्योरेंस नहीं किया है तो आपका इंश्योरेंस पैसा मिलेगा नहीं, यानी जितना भी गुड्स जल गया होगा आग से या एक्सीडेंट से, तो उतना ही हमारा लॉस हो जाएगा. तो अपने एग्जांपल में अगर समझो 10,000 का गुड्स अगर लॉस बाय फायर है और हमने इसका इंश्योरेंस नहीं किया है, तो हमारा लॉस पूरा 10,000 का हो जाएगा. सो इसका पहला इफेक्ट, द फर्स्ट इफेक्ट विल बी ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट क्रेडिट साइड. ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट क्रेडिट साइड you will write buy goods lost by fire. Buy goods lost by fire, 10,000 rupees. And second effect you will write in profit and loss account debit side. Profit and loss account debit side, 2 loss by fire or accident, 10,000 rupees. As there is no insurance of the goods. So whatever is the goods lost by fire, that will be the total loss of goods by fire. The next adjustment is goods stolen. Goods stolen मतलब goods पे चोरी होना, यानी जब अगर गुड्स चोरी हो गया है तो वही अपना नुकसान है. तो सबसे पहला हमारा स्टॉक ऑफ गुड्स कम हो गया है, क्योंकि गुड्स चोरी होने पर हमारे दुकान से, हमारे फैक्ट्री से गुड्स बाहर गया. तो सबसे पहला इफेक्ट आएगा ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट के क्रेडिट साइड में. सबसे पहला इफेक्ट, वेरी फर्स्ट इफेक्ट, ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट क्रेडिट साइड, बाय गुड्स लॉस्ट बाय फायर. बाय गुड्स लॉस्ट बाय फायर. And second effect, no, it is not loss of fire, sorry, it is stolen. मतलब चोरी होना. तो you will write buy goods lost by theft. You will write buy goods lost by theft. And second effect you will write in profit and loss account debit side, 2 loss by theft. Profit and loss account debit side you will write 2 loss by theft. The next one is goods distributed as free samples. Yani we are businessmen, we are trying to sell the goods as free samples. Now why we are distributing goods free of cost? To advertise our product. We are selling our goods, we are selling our goods free of cost. We are selling our goods, we are distributing goods free of cost to advertise. So again, same logic, the goods are going out, the stock of goods is getting reduced. So first effect will be trading account credit side. Whenever the goods are going out by any means, by theft, by accident, or by free sample, the first effect will be shown in the trading account credit side as the stock of goods are getting reduced. Stock of goods are getting reduced. Second effect will be profit and loss account debit side added to advertisement if it is given. Add to advertisement. Add to advertisement if advertisement is given. If advertisement is not given, then you write directly to advertisement so and so amount. The next adjustment is goods withdrawn by partners for personal use. Goods withdrawn by partners for personal use. Now again, stock of goods is getting reduced. So first effect will be trading account credit side, buy goods taken by partner for personal use. Buy goods taken by partner for personal use. Second effect, you will write in partners capital account debit side if you are making partners capital account. Second effect will be partners capital account debit side. Partners capital account debit side. If you are not preparing partners capital account, then this amount of drawing will be deducted from capital in the liability side. If you are not preparing partners capital account, then this amount will be deducted from capital in the balance sheet liability side. The next adjustment is unrecorded purchase. Unrecorded purchase means the purchase has taken place but it is not recorded. Purchase has taken place but it is not recorded. So first effect. So what is the first effect? Purchase will increase. And where is the place of purchase? In trading account debit side. So in trading account debit side, you add to purchase, write unrecorded purchase. First effect, you will add to purchase. And when purchase increases, then creditors will also increase. When purchase increases, then creditors will also increase. Creditors will increase because we are purchasing from creditors. So purchase, the first effect will be trading account debit side added to purchase, and second effect will be balance sheet liability side added to creditors. Balance sheet liability side added to creditors. Then we have unrecorded sales. Again, if sales is increasing, sale has taken place but we have not recorded. So first effect you will add to sales. In trading account credit side, added to sales. And second effect you will show in balance sheet asset side, added to debtors. Now here you have to keep in mind, if there is bad debt, if there is RDD, if there is reserve for discount, if there is unrecorded sales, then first adjustment should be of unrecorded sales. First you have to add the unrecorded sales, and then only you have to take the bad debt, then only you have to do the RDD, then only you have to do the reserve for discount on debtors. First you will have whatever sequence might be given, but you have to add first unrecorded sales, then you do new bad debt, then you calculate new RDD, and finally you do with the reserve for discount on debtors. The next adjustment is capital expenditure included in revenue expenditure. Now capital expenditure, first of all we have to understand, capital expenditure means the expenditure which is नॉन रिकरिंग, जो बार बार नहीं होता है, जैसा कोई घर खरीदना, जैसा मशीन खरीदना, कंप्यूटर खरीदना, ये आपके लिए कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर हुआ है. बाइंग अ कंप्यूटर, बाइंग अ लैपटॉप, बाइंग अ मोटर कार, इट इज़ अ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. even to make the and revenue expenditure is like our electricity bill, our telephone bill. Suppose our business is set up on a rental place, the rent you have to pay every month. आपको रेंट हर महीना भरना है, तो वो क्या हो जाएगा आपके लिए, इट विल बी अ रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. सो कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर एक रिकरिंग नहीं होता है, वो नॉन रिकरिंग है, बार बार नहीं होता है, लेकिन रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर बार बार होता है. तो कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर रेवेन्यू में आ जाता है या रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर कैपिटल में आ जाता है. जैसा आपका ये यहाँ पर दिया है, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर इंक्लूडेड इन रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल इंस्टॉलेशन ऑफ मशीनरी, यानी मशीन को फिट करना है. अब मशीन को फिट करना है, क्यों करना है, क्योंकि अगर हम मशीन को फिट नहीं करेंगे तो वो आप तभी तो मशीन चालू हो सकता है, फिट तो पहले करना पड़ेगा. तो इंस्टॉलेशन चार्जेस जो होता है वो एक कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर है, क्योंकि वो हमेशा नहीं होता है. जब हमने नया मशीन परचेज़ किया होगा उस टाइम पे हम करेंगे, उसे बार बार फिट नहीं करेंगे हम लोग. तो ये आपका हुआ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. लेकिन अगर हमने उसको गलती से लिखा है रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर में, जैसा कि हमने वो अमाउंट को वेजेस में लिखा है, यानी मशीन को इंस्टॉल करने के लिए हमने कुछ लेबर को पैसा दिया, तो वो किस में आना चाहिए, दैट शुड कम इन मशीनरी, इट शुड बी एडेड टू मशीनरी. बट मिस्टेक क्या हुआ है, दे हैव एडेड टू वेजेस, यानी वेजेस के अंदर वो अमाउंट आ गया है. तो ऐसे केस में क्या करना पड़ेगा, अपने को पहले वेजेस से हटाना पड़ेगा. तो पहले ये देखो कि वेजेस कहाँ लिखा जाता है, वेयर इज़ वेजेस रिटर्न. तो फर्स्ट इफेक्ट आपका होगा ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट के डेबिट साइड में आप वेजेस में से माइनस करो, वेजेस में से क्या करो, माइनस करो, डिडक्ट फ्रॉम वेजेस in trading account. And then second effect, you add to machinery in balance sheet asset side. Understood? This is an example which is not given in the explanation. So first effect is you have to deduct from that particular expense, and then you have to add it to that particular asset in the balance sheet asset side. Same way, रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर इंक्लूडेड इन कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर इंक्लूडेड इन कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. इसका मतलब क्या है कि जो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर वो कैपिटल में आ गया है. जैसा कि फॉर एग्जांपल हमने बिल्डिंग की रिपेयरिंग किया है. अब बिल्डिंग की रिपेयरिंग तो नेचुरल है, कभी भी हो सकता है. तो बिल्डिंग की रिपेयरिंग वो हमारे लिए एक्सपेंस है, तो वो बिल्डिंग में नहीं आना चाहिए, लेकिन गलती से वो बिल्डिंग में ऐड किया है. रिपेयर्स टू बिल्डिंग, इट शुड कम इन प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट साइड, क्योंकि वो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर है, इट्स अ रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. बट गलती से उन्होंने कहाँ लिखा है उसको, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, यानी बिल्डिंग में उसको उन्होंने ऐड किया है. अगर बिल्डिंग में अगर उसे ऐड किया है तो ये गलत है, क्योंकि वो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर है. जो कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर में आ गया है, तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, सबसे पहला इफेक्ट एसेट में जाओ, बिल्डिंग में से माइनस करो, बिल्डिंग में से माइनस करो, और सेकेंड इफेक्ट कहाँ लिखोगे, उसे प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट के डेबिट साइड में, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट के डेबिट साइड में लिखोगे। द नेक्स्ट एडजस्टमेंट इज बिल रिसीवेबल डिसऑनर्ड। बिल रिसीवेबल डिसऑनर्ड, ये इसका कोई ज़्यादा फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं है, क्योंकि इसके दोनों भी इफेक्ट बैलेंस शीट में ही होता है। बिल रिसीवेबल डिसऑनर्ड, डिसऑनर मतलब कि हमें वो बिल का पैसा नहीं मिला। बिल डिसऑनर्ड, बिल रिसीवेबल हमें एसेट है, हमें कुछ पैसा आने वाला था लेकिन आया नहीं है, यानी वो डिसऑनर हो गया है। किसके पास से आने वाला था, डेटर से पास से आने वाला था। Bills receivable dishonor, that means the amount of the bill which was supposed to receive from debtor is not receivable, it got dishonored। तो इसका इफेक्ट, दोनों इफेक्ट इसके बैलेंस शीट में ही आएगा। पहला इफेक्ट क्या करोगे, आप बिल रिसीवेबल से माइनस करोगे। फर्स्ट इफेक्ट यू विल सब्ट्रैक्ट फ्रॉम बिल रिसीवेबल, first effect you will subtract it from bill receivable, and second effect you will add it to debtors, second effect you will add it to debtors। The next adjustment is bills payable dishonor, bills payable dishonor। बिल्स पेएबल डिसऑनर का मतलब क्या हुआ, हमें बिल पे करना था, हमें पार्टी को पेमेंट देना था, बट किसी कारण से हम उन्हें पेमेंट नहीं दे पा रहे। बिल्स पेएबल डिसऑनर्ड, बिल्स पेएबल डिसऑनर्ड इसका मतलब हुआ किसी पार्टी को हमें पेमेंट देना था बट किसी कारण से हम पेमेंट नहीं दे पा रहे, यानी हमने वो बिल क्या हुआ, डिसऑनर हुआ। तो डिसऑनर हो गया यानी हमने वो बिल का पैसा दिया नहीं है। तो सबसे पहला इफेक्ट अपना बैलेंस शीट के लायबिलिटी में आप बिल्स पेएबल से माइनस करो। सबसे पहला इफेक्ट आप बिल्स पेएबल से माइनस करो, और सेकेंड इफेक्ट आप उसे क्रेडिटर्स में ऐड करो। फर्स्ट इफेक्ट इन बैलेंस शीट, liability side you will less from bills payable, and second effect you will add to creditors, The next adjustment is deferred expenses of advertisement paid for 5 years। यानी ये क्या है, कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हमने जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट के लिए जो खर्चा किया है, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी फॉर 1 ईयर, इट कैन बी फॉर 5 years, इट कैन बी फॉर 4 years ऑल्सो। सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे 5 years बोला है ना, डिफर्ड एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ एडवर्टाइजमेंट पेड फॉर 5 years। बट आपको ये कॉमन सेंस यहाँ पे यूज़ करना है कि हम लोग जो बैलेंस शीट बना रहे हैं, ये फाइनल अकाउंट जो बना रहे हैं, इट इज़ फॉर 1 year। इसका मतलब हम लोग ने 5 years के लिए एडवर्टाइजमेंट एक्सपेंसेस बेयर किया है, हमने 5 साल का एक्सपेंडिचर बेयर किया है। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हमें प्रॉफिट लॉस में दिखाना कितने का है, 1 साल का। इन प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट साइड में आपको दिखाना है सिर्फ 1 साल का। तो जो बचा जो 4 years का है, तो जो रिमेनिंग जो 4 years है, इट विल बी योर डेफर्ड एक्सपेंडिचर that will appear in balance sheet asset side। I repeat once again, ये deferred revenue expenditure का एग्जाम्पल है, जहाँ पर हमने एडवर्टाइजमेंट का खर्चा हमने 5 साल के लिए किया है, लेकिन अगर 5 साल के लिए किया है लेकिन हमारा बैलेंस शीट 5 साल के लिए नहीं बनाया जा रहा है, इट इज़ प्रिपेयर्ड ओनली फॉर 1 year। तो व्हाट यू विल डू, आपको निकालना पड़ेगा उसमें से 1 year का कितना है, ठीक है। तो जो 1 year का अमाउंट है वो आपको दिखाना है प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट के डेबिट साइड में, एंड जो रिमेनिंग 4 years का है, दैट यू आर टू शो इन balance sheet asset side. That you have to show in balance sheet asset side. Clear? So for 1 year you have to calculate that you have to show in profit and loss account debit side, and remaining 4 years, that is called prepaid, that you have to show in balance sheet asset side. Okay, and then 21 is same like capital expenditure including revenue expenditure, or revenue expenditure is included in capital expenditure. So need not to repeat again. 22, that's the last adjustment, commission to partners as percentage of gross profit or sales. Now in some of the problem, in one problem it is given the textbook that worker is partner is working very hard, तो पार्टनर को हमें कमीशन देना है. अब कमीशन कैसे देना है, क्या बोला, 1% ऑन ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट. तो इसके लिए सबसे पहला आपको ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट बनाना पड़ेगा, क्लोज करना पड़ेगा. ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट क्लोज करने के बाद आपको क्या मिलेगा, ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट मिलेगा. से फॉर एग्जांपल आपको ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट मिला 99,000 मिला है, तो इसके ऊपर आपको 1% क्या देना है, कमीशन देना है. किसको देना है, किसको देना है, पार्टनर को देना है. 1% कमीशन देना है, किसको देना है, पार्टनर को देना है. तो आप क्या करोगे, सबसे पहला इफेक्ट आप 1% कैलकुलेट करोगे ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट का, विच इज़ 99,000. तो 99,000 का 1% निकालोगे तो आएगा 990 रुपीज़. So this 990, it is an expense for the business. So you will show in you will show in profit and loss account debit side. You will show in profit and loss account debit side to commission to partner. And second effect you will show in partner's capital or current account credit side. Second effect you will show it to partner's capital or current account credit side. Okay, so in all you have total 22 adjustments, which all are important, equally important. We have to solve based on all these adjustments. Kindly go through this video and audio. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Along with this video, I am sending you one PDF where I have drawn the columns, what we are supposed to draw the column for this particular sum. So next lecture onwards, in next video, you will be solved one sum. So you keep the column ready so that as and when the audio video goes on, you can start posting also, which will help you to understand the sum more better. Okay, thank you, and if you have any doubt, please let me know. Thanks a lot once again.